Welcome back to Soundscape, the channel where we uncover the stories behind the songs that didn't just top the charts. They changed the world. Today, we're going back to the mid-1990s, to a song that exploded onto radios, TVs, and playgrounds everywhere. It was a song that didn't just introduce a girl group, but launched a global movement. This is the story of Wannabe by the Spice Girls. To understand the earthquake that was Wannabe, you have to picture the world before it. In the mid-90s, pop music, especially for female artists, often felt manufactured. The industry preferred its stars to be polished, quiet, and neatly packaged into a single marketable image. Sure, girl groups existed, but they often sang about pining for a boy or fitting into a certain mold. There wasn't a mainstream voice telling girls to be loud, be different, and be unapologetically themselves. The landscape was dominated by rock, grunge, and R&B, and while female artists were making waves, a powerful, collective female voice in pop was missing. It was a world waiting for a revolution, even if it didn't know it yet. Then, out of nowhere, came 5 women who didn't look alike, didn't act alike, and had absolutely no intention of playing by the rules. So, who were these women who were about to take over the planet? Formed in the UK in the early 1990s after answering an ad in a magazine, the Spice Girls were a force of nature from the start. They famously broke away from their original management, who wanted to control their image and sound, and took their destiny into their own hands. This rebellious spirit defined them. Each member was given a nickname that highlighted her unique personality, not to put her in a box, but to celebrate her individuality. First, you had Mel B, Melanie Brown, forever known as Scary Spice. She was the loud, fierce one with the signature leopard print and in-your-face attitude. Then there was Mel C, Melanie Chisholm, or Sporty Spice. With her tracksuits and high kicks, she embodied athleticism and a tough, down-to-earth energy. Emma Bunton was Baby Spice, the sweet, innocent one with the pigtails and platform sneakers, representing a softer, more playful side of girlhood. Jerry Halliwell, later Jerry Horner, was Ginger Spice. Bold, outspoken, and often draped in the Union Jack, she was seen as the group's fiery leader and ideological heart. And finally, Victoria Adams, now Victoria Beckham, was Posh Spice. Chic, sophisticated, and always in a little black dress, she represented glamour and a more reserved, cool confidence. Together they weren't a perfectly harmonized, identical unit. They were a brilliant, chaotic mix of personalities, and that was their secret weapon. In 1996, they unleashed that weapon upon the world with their debut single. From the very first seconds, Wannabe felt like nothing else on the radio. It kicks off with that mischievous laugh from Mel B, a heavy beat, and then that unforgettable, almost rapt opening line. Yo, I'll tell you what I want. What I really, really want. It wasn't a smooth, polished pop song. It was playful, it was chaotic, it was a little bit messy, and it was radiating with a confidence that was absolutely infectious. The song was reportedly written and recorded in less than an hour, capturing a raw, spontaneous energy that you can still feel today. The structure itself is unconventional, bouncing between rap verses, a pre-chorus, and that explosive, unforgettable chorus. It didn't follow the standard pop formula, because the Spice Girls themselves didn't follow any formula. That opening line wasn't just a lyric, it was a declaration of intent, a mission statement for a new kind of pop star and a new generation of fans. So what did they really, really want? If you peel back the layers of pop perfection and zany energy, you find that Wannabe is not really a song about romance. At its core, it's a powerful anthem about friendship. The most iconic line of the song lays it all out. If you wanna be my lover, you gotta get with my friends. Think about how revolutionary that was in 1996. For decades, pop music had told women that romantic love was the ultimate prize, something to change yourself for, something to sacrifice for. The Spice Girls flipped that script completely. Their message was clear. Your friends, your support system, your sisters, they come first. Romantic partners had to earn their place by respecting the bonds that were already there. It was a song that prioritized sisterhood over courtship. It said that your identity, your self-respect, and your friendships are the foundation. Any love that comes into your life has to build on that foundation, not try to replace it. This simple, powerful idea was the very heart of girl power, the group's mantra that would soon echo around the globe. It wasn't just a catchy phrase, it was a philosophy. Wannabe didn't just top the charts, it detonated on them. The song was a commercial juggernaut. It hit #1 in over 30 countries, including the US and the UK, holding the top spot in their home country for 7 weeks. It became one of the best-selling debut singles of all time and turned the Spice Girls from 5 ambitious singers into a global phenomenon overnight. Spice Mania was real. You couldn't escape them. Their faces were on everything from lunchboxes to lollipop wrappers. But the song's true impact went far beyond sales figures. More importantly, it gave an entire generation of young people, especially girls, a new kind of permission. Permission to be confident, even if you were told you were too much. Permission to be loud when you were expected to be quiet. Permission to be different in a world that often demanded conformity. And crucially, it gave them permission to support each other instead of competing. For so many fans, hearing Wannabe was the first time popular music had looked them in the eye and said, "You don't need to change who you are for anyone. You and your friends are already enough." It was a cultural reset button, pressed with a platform boot. The legacy of Wannabe is so ingrained in our culture that it is sometimes easy to miss. But you can still feel its impact everywhere today. Every time you hear a modern pop group celebrating their individual identities, you can trace a line back to the Spice Girls. Every female empowerment anthem that champions self-love and solidarity owes a debt to girl power. The entire landscape of identity-driven music, where artists build their brand around their unique personality, was shaped by this moment. Wannabe proved that pop music could be incredibly fun and profoundly meaningful at the same time. It showed the industry that authenticity, even if it's a bit loud and messy, sells. It wasn't a manufactured girl group. It was a group of girls who manufactured a phenomenon on their own terms. It's a song that's played at weddings, parties, and karaoke nights to this day. And every single time, it brings that same jolt of joyful, unapologetic energy it had back in 1996. Wannabe wasn't just a hit song. It was a statement. A joyful rebellion wrapped in a pop package. It was a reminder that confidence can be loud, messy, and best when it's shared with the people who lift you up. It didn't just define a moment. It created a mindset that continues to inspire. If this song shaped your childhood, or if it helped you find your voice, I would love to hear about it in the comments below. What did girl power mean to you? And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends for more episodes of songs that changed a generation, right here on Soundscape, where music meets meaning. Thanks for watching.